Um, Sometimes poetry doesn't need to have applause if it's just something emotional. So I don't know if any of these require applause or not. This first one's called Brewing Coffee and Remembrance. I pulled the bag of coffee beans from the refrigerator door. I could already smell the aroma from the flavored coffee. This time I picked bewitching brandy. I loved the smell. I treated myself to these flavored coffees at only special occasions. I closed my eyes and inhaled, filling my lungs, intoxicating myself with the bouquet. I hadn't even opened the bag. I walked over to my coffee pot, the one that makes just one cup, and I set the white bag down on the counter. I opened the top of the bag, I reached over for a spoon, pushed it into the coffee grounds, and dropped a spoonful into the bottom of the pot. The glass pot was a little wet on the inside, and some of the grounds stuck to the side of the glass before it could fall to the bottom. I then took the boiling water and poured it into the pot, put the lid on it, and then set it back down and let it brew. I sat down at the table and watched the steam rise from out the spout. The steam poured out, and it was trying to get away as fast as it could. It looked violently hot. I then remembered summer. I would have flavored coffee at work over the summer. Work was my haven, my home away from home, my home away from him. I brought some coffee beans home for my mother once. A week later, while eating dinner with my parents, Mother thanked me for the beans. Father, after eating in silence, finally said he didn't like them. I don't know why you had to change. I liked it the way it was. I couldn't believe they started to argue over coffee beans. Mother bowed to it like a religion. Father discounted it like one. It all seemed so silly and senseless, so I finally spoke up, because I was only trying to be nice. This one brings up coffee and the men they're served for. And you might think that after I hear these, this brings up people who have served and coffee, called Middle Eastern Man in front of me. Waiting in line to buy coffee at the gas station, the Middle Eastern man in front of me was demanding his receipt as a cashier held up an empty paper spool, then added new paper to the register. We all could hear the man calling the cashier stupid and incompetent. After he left, he got into his minivan. I saw his wife in a burqa waiting. Then I heard the 20-something cashier mumble under his breath, "I fought so that you'd have the freedom to come here. I've killed so many, and now I have to put up with this." This one actually was read by Bob Brashko in my 2009 poetry game show feature. And this one is called Private Lives 3, the Elvia Train Chicago. The yuppies pile in the cars in their morning commutes. It's amazing to think that just hours before now, these cars were littered, scattered with the occasional bum or a gang member, a drunk. Just a few hours before, any one of these people would have been too afraid to step on this train. I see two women step out of the car, each wearing full-length fur coats. Now they have to cram into this full car with all these wool coats. I bet they're furious. It would be so easy to spill my coffee onto them. I bet they don't even know what the animals they killed for these coats even look like. How many animals did it take? 12? 15? Oh, no matter. That's what they're there for. Like this train, serving its function, taking me to where I want to go. Next stop, more yuppies pile on the train. Most stand without a rail to hold. I hear one yuppie girl say to her lover, "We're L surfing." Well, the train had to take a turn, and all these yuppie suits were trying to keep balance, trying to not fall. I hear a yuppie boy say, "Hey, it's just like my living room, so spacious." You're the life of the party, friend. You're in your suit. You'll go places. I read a sign above my head that says, "Crime Stoppers pays up to $1,000 for anonymous crime tips." If it's anonymous, how do you get paid? All the signs above our heads are for graffiti hotlines, pregnancy clinics, drug rehab centers, signs telling people to not carry guns. I remember afternoons on the train when homeless men would walk from car to car through the train trying to sell a newspaper to the passengers commuting home. In a few hours, when the yuppies are safe in their homes, with their children safe tucked into their beds, the homeless men will come home too. One of the women with the fur steps off the train. In a week at the Baha'i Center with Tom. He says, hey, promote. And I think it's kind of cool that after me on the list, we've got Susan Rogers, who also is writing Chicago poetry, and I accepted one for Chicago Poems in my magazine. So if anybody wants to know more about it, come to both Tom or it's my Facebook page. And thank you all. Thank you.
You know, living with a poet, sometimes when you tell a story, it ends up in print. So if any of you are not poets and you live with poets, this is what happens. This one's called Freedom Just Past the Fence. After working for the Army for years on repairing jet engines, I ended up being stationed in Pennsylvania one summer repairing air conditioners and refrigerators. I'd only do a little work and then have nothing to do for a day or two. But the thing I remember is that at the time, the Cubans were defecting to the United States by boat. They'd sailed to Florida, most of them dehydrated and most of them malnourished. The U.S. government didn't want them spreading diseases in our country, so when the Cubans would appear off the coast of Miami, the military would be waiting to make sure they were healthy. Well, all I knew was that they got all these Cubans into trucks we called cattle cars, and only a few benches, and trucked them up to Pennsylvania where I was. And the military gave them some shots to make sure they weren't dying. So these people, after escaping their country and shoddy wooden boats were taken by the U.S. military, herded into boxcar trucks and shipped up the country so they could give them shots, detained. These Cubans, who came here wanting freedom, now had to wait in a fenced-in area until they were tested. And it was my job to make sure that their fridge and air conditioning was working. So I sat there for a day or two at a time, drinking cans of beer and looking out my window. I had a view of the razor wire fence, and all I remember was seeing all of these Cubans leaning on the chain link fence, wondering if this was what it was like to be free. Holding onto the metal, looking out for what they were sure was freedom. Supported the U.S. military side of it. And you know, you did political poems. So okay, this is a voting year, so I'm going to do my one political poem. It's called Still Hoping for Change. Third-party votes are like people screaming at telephone poles, hoping their voices will carry over the wires to somebody who gives a shit.
Speaking of, I heard Libertarian Party is actually like 10% of the vote, a third party.
And who always votes third party?